Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, the spin job. Oh, the spin job. I must say, you guys are good. You guys are really good at the spin job. The Lakers media is something else. They are something else, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up to the Los Angeles internet social media team. Hit the like button coming through the door. You won't believe what they did today. Oh my God. Do you want to talk about delusional? They are doing this impromptu welcome back to the great Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony Davis, AD. Oh, baby, get ready. Oh, let's go. Oh, listen, we have got to talk to this. Wait till AD get back. AD back in the league. Don't forget, the Cash App is working today. The Cash App is Carcino. The Super Chat is working. It's all working today. The like button is free. Hit that right away. They're already submerging my views, contacts. People can't get the notifications. It's crazy. But hey, it is what it is. We keep it moving. Now, social media, the Lakers are saying, oh my gosh, the Brow is back. He's coming back. Anthony Davis is scheduled to return. All the Laker fans have gone completely just snowblind to the entire situation. They snowblind. They can't see a thing. Their memories have been completely wiped. But I'm here to fix that problem. I'm here to fix your problem. All you Laker fans who don't remember, I got to remember, remind them. It's only been about a month. So let me go ahead and remind you of what you have missed. All of this, oh, wait till AD get back. Wait till AD get back. Do you realize Street Clothes only played 27 games? Street Clothes has played 27 games so far this season. So we got a good chance of looking at what Street Clothes is really made of. Now, while Street Clothes is playing, he is shooting 17% from three. All right, he's averaging 23 points a game. That's about his average, right? He's averaging 9 rebounds a game. That's about his average, right? About 3 assists, right? But if you look at the other end, he used to be an 80% free throw shooter. He's down to 70. He used to be a 30% three-point shooter. He's down to 17%. That's worse than Russ. That is where the games are being won and lost. And let's get to wins and losses. Do you realize they have 14 losses and only 13 wins in the games he played? So that puts them in the same boat they in right now. So what difference does it make if Anthony Davis is on the court? All he's doing is falling all over the place. His plus minuses and defensive efficiencies have shown up tremendously this season. He has been next to terrible. The worst he has played in his entire career is this season. This when he was on the court. Him getting injured just bailed him out for a whole month of being blamed. Now all of it was on Russ. Y'all forgot? Y'all were getting rolled and blown out in games when he was playing? Here come Mr. Glass, falling down all the damn time. What are y'all seeing out here, people? What are y'all trying to do to me? Y'all out here lying to me. The media want to make them relevant just the way they do these other teams. Oh, they trash. They're beyond trash and they're getting exploited. They don't play defense. That's where you're losing the games. You got your big man who's supposed to be a big man don't play like a big man. Everyone know what the problem is. The problem is Anthony Davis is a two guard. He's a two guard that grew out of his position. He never learned how to play the four. He never learned how to play the three. Or definitely not the five. He's not used to banging in the post because he's big, banging and banging. That's not his thing. He was a scrawny toothpick looking kid who kept growing out of his position. Now, since he didn't hit the weight room and I'm bulked up, he think he could check people like Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard will hurt you. He's a real big man. Ever since that game, when he tried to put his hands on Dwight Howard, his whole game then fell off. Oh, look what they did. They have totally altered everything on this channel right now as far as my reach for my videos on here. If I go live from here, this is what they do. Anthony Davis is somebody who's another LeBron James. They're controllable. He listened to Rich Paul and his team and what they decided to do as far as his future, the talking legacy. Like, you ain't gonna have what your legacy gonna be if you in there. Legacy, I'm gonna be rich. What you mean? Legacy. You think anybody gonna remember Anthony Davis when this is over? Like, anybody gonna be looking at him as one of the world's greatest basketball players? Hell no. Nobody's gonna be thinking about Anthony Davis. LeBron just used that to swindle it into making it about him. He's a guy that can't stay healthy. His game has went on a tremendous decline that they don't even understand why. They're like, he's slow. He slows the ball down. He isolates it and holds the ball way too long on the wing. He doesn't want to go in to score. He wants to shoot that fadeaway jump shot. And if it ain't going in, what do you have? He's not a rim protector, no matter what they tell you. They're like, oh, he gets 2 blocks a game. No, he gets away with 2 fouls a game. Never were called that they just let go as a block. So to me, it's ridiculous. But when you know you have Anthony Davis, what you need to do for your strength, yeah, it's a joke. All of it's a joke. It's a crying shame that they're putting all of this pedestal for the professional athletes in the world today. They're putting all the professional athletes on a putting them on a pedestal based off numbers. Now, if you were a complete idiot and you were watching Anthony Davis only by numbers, right? And watch the highlight reel, you would think Anthony Davis is a somebody. He's averaging 23 points, 9 boards, he get 2 assists. He's shooting 52% from the field. So what is he shooting 17% from three? So what if he's shooting 70% from the line? Hey, that's good. That's still a good stat. He's playing well. Well, I see things differently. When you're a 6'10", 253-pound guy, scoring 23 points shouldn't be real accomplishment to me. I mean, you got John Morant scoring that right now, and he's 5'11". So what's so impressive about a 6'10" guy can't get that done? He's having 10 rebounds a game. He should have 15 a game. I don't see why he shouldn't. But you got to be willing to commit mentally to go in there and bang with these big boys to do that. But he's too brittle. But what you have to do is look at the games. So if you look at the games, you start to see in big moments he disappears. In all big moments, he seemed to disappear. They played the Chicago Bulls. I remember that. You remember the Bulls game where AD came out? And he was like, what, 6 of 9? He was negative 22 from the field, scoring like 16 points and stuff like that, right? You remember that. How about the game he did play and got hurt and didn't come back in the game? He only played 7 minutes in that Portland game when they was at Portland. This guy has only played, well, he's played in 27 games. So it wasn't like he missed like the whole season. So we got to see what Anthony Davis was for this season. He's been terrible. And he was terrible last season before the bubble. He was looking real bad and out of shape. When they started the bubble thing, man, he was even worse. People have never seen him last season, ever since the bubble thing. And they won that like little micro, whatever that thing is. He went into the next season. He was terrible. He was terrible. And Draymond didn't want to name him, but he's like, I've never seen this guy this out of shape. Like, this guy's out of shape. Like, I never seen him like this. Like, he was literally out of shape. So when the season was over, he was injured again and had to heal from that injury. And after that, he got married, had a kid, and then he was hitting the weight room to get bulked up, to get stronger. Strength comes from within. You can make yourself physically stronger. But if you don't have, I know people way stronger than me physically, but mentally, it's not there for them to be strong. So they big as hell be cowering down because you can mentally take somebody out of a game, and that's him, and make them feel small. Thanks, Christopher Brown. Lifestyles of bums are. Be careful, Mr. Bailey. LeBron gonna have you in court too. We gonna both be in court, me and you. Don't. These two guys calling LeBron James as a bum. Don't. And after Cardi B's decision, LeBron thinks he can get a slam dunk decision. He's suing to be left the hell alone. Yeah, I tell you, man, it'd be hilarious. I'm talking about him talking about me every day, talking about how I suck. I don't know why we keep, like, why is this allowed? My own kids run around the house talking about some LeBron lose chips all the time, B. They singing songs. I don't even like it. It don't even make sense. Do I think the Nets gonna beat the Lakers today? Hell no. I bet on the Lakers. But if they lose, I'm cool with it. Zeno cashing out again on another bet. Because that's what he do. Well, what is Anthony Davis going to do for the team? He gives them height. But let me tell you how he could be effective. Ding! I'm going to help you Lakers out. All your coaching staff that's listening, that's from the Los Angeles Lakers, listen, I'm finna help you out. Zeno's finna help you. Okay. All right. Here we go. Coaching staff for the Los Angeles Lakers. Do you know how to be successful with Anthony Davis? Play Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard on the floor at the same time. Let them be the twin towers, except for one is a fake tower. One's a little, duplex apartment building. One could be the tower. One will help the other. Okay? Play the big man. Who cares if they go small? Y'all play big. And let that be the determining factors of the game, and let them have to adjust to guarding you. Now, it's very easy. It is very easy to play that style of basketball and be successful. Let them have to make the adjustments to you. And they're going to have to put in big guys where they're used to playing small. So now if the point guard gets to the paint, you got two big guys there waiting to meet him. They run pick and roll, it's going to be another big man coming to help out on the play. Play big. Stretch the floor, go ahead. Have your five go all the way out to the top of the key. If you watch the games, they're not played in that style where they're doing that. Everybody wants to go one-on-one, do high pick and roll, crossover, and get to the next level. And then they'll swing the ball to the open man if somebody collapses. But they're beating the Lakers with only two-man basketball, the give and go. They've been beating the Lakers on give and go basketball all season because they don't communicate. They don't help each other on defense. It is terrible. And this is a LeBron James team in which he brings that with him like luggage. Like, look what I bring. No communication on D. I brought that with me. I brought me not playing defense. These are all the things I won't be doing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be bitching and complaining the whole time. Yeah, there it is. Calls, distractions, controversy, everything. Yeah, I'm gonna bring all that with me. Oh yeah, it's a whole lot more in here too. Trading players away at will, taking away your draft picks, putting you in the luxury tax. Oh, there you go. Oh man, I got a lot more. Let's just get started with that first. That's what he's going to do. He brings it in the bag. Am I lying? Do I need to go on the stand and tell that to the judge? I be, Your Honor, stop me when I've told a lie. Put me on the stand, bro. We'll go right there. He brings it with him like luggage. Everywhere he goes, this follows. He leaves those teams decimated when he leaves. When LeBron leaves the Lakers, they will be decimated. They won't even be in the playoffs the next year. And they'll have Anthony Davis, another player that they don't deserve. Look at what he did to Cleveland. People are like, yeah, but when LeBron left Cleveland, look at what happened to them when he left Cleveland. Yeah, they had to rebuild. And once they were rebuilding their nucleus, they got Kyrie Irving. They were going to pick up Kevin Love on the team, and they was going to build the team around Kyrie. Kyrie was a superstar. They was building him. He comes back and joins the Cleveland Cavaliers because he couldn't go to the Lakers just yet because Kobe, that was never going to work with him playing with Kobe. So they's like, well, Kobe's going to retire in a couple of years, and because we're not going to renew that contract, and then you can come on over and do your thing, LeBron. So he went to Cleveland knowing that he was going to only be there to the contract expire, but they end up winning the championship. He was going to leave that year and go to the Lakers, but they won the championship because Kobe retired that year. So he was going to go right to the Lakers. But he signed an extra contract to stay with Cleveland because he wanted to see if they could repeat. He wanted to go for that repeat now. They didn't won the championship now, so it's like, we just won. Now, let me see if I can repeat. So now he want to see if he could repeat. So he was supposed to come that year Lonzo got drafted. But he signed a 2-year extension to stay with them for 2 years because he wanted to see if he can get a three-peat, something he's never done. Michael done it. Kobe done it. LeBron, wah, wah, wah. Not that kind of player. So here he is trying to build another super team. He gets to the Lakers. They already drafted Lonzo. They have all this young talent, and he just do them dirty. He left Cleveland again and did them dirty. He made them sign J.R. Smith to a contract. No team in the NBA wanted J.R. Smith. J.R. Spliff. You signed JR and give him like $80 million. You made them pay like another $100-some million to Tristan Kardashian, who finna be out the league after this year. Look, you have bankrupted the Cleveland Cavaliers. They were lucky to get rid of them players. They sat JR down the year you were gone for the whole rest of the season and said, take your money. We owe you 30-40 million. Just sit out. Go do whatever. You're not no longer, we don't even want you in the locker room. That's how much the Cleveland Cavaliers knew we need to get rid of JR. Nobody in the league was thinking about taking. Then for the bubble, they call up JR. JR come in and play. Of course he would. What else is he doing? And now Cleveland started. That was when did LeBron leave? 2, 3 years ago? When he decimated them? When they had to keep Tristan Kardashian? That was only like 3, 4 years ago. Now look at Cleveland now. Through the draft. And they doubted the black guy who was on a minimum contract. He's the lowest paid general manager in the NBA. And of course, he's black, right? But what has he done? He came in, took the job after the general manager told you, came out and told the world in an interview, playing with LeBron was the worst time, winning a championship for a team that a city ain't never won one was the worst moments of his life dealing with LeBron. Oh, Stephen A. I'm finna get on him when we get to the Patreon. You better believe that. Because he gonna be shocked. I know this. He gonna think I got a secret service when I get on him. But let's say it even today. He still talks about the Lakers. And let's get him involved in what Stephen A is saying. Stephen A is the person that says that Frank Vogel should be fired. Then the very next day, he comes out and says, well, it ain't Steve Vogel's fault. I mean, Frank Vogel's fault. If it ain't his fault, why the hell should he be fired? It's like, what are you doing? Do you even listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth? You just said one day, oh, no, it's obvious. Frank Vogel's got to go. He's got to go. He's completely lost control of the team. He's supposed to be a defensive coach. They're the worst defensive team in basketball. But I know he's inherited this old team, so it's not his fault. Well, if it ain't his fault, why does he need to be fired? You just admitted coaching is not the fault. If coaching is not the fault, why are you blaming that man? You just contradicted yourself times 10. Hit the like button for that. And thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. And for those who hit my Cash App up, God bless. Russ ain't been the same since he put on that dress. His game went down when he put on the dress. I stepped away from Russ as soon as he put that dress on. I said, he wearing a dress? I'm out. Can't rock with that dude. I don't know what he is besides a clown. Oh, thanks. Seriously, hit me up with the Cash App. Thank you. I see it right here. Artis Hall. Carmen Cortez, Jay Strong, I see you. Even Bill. Hey, $1 cash app is, hey, I'll take it. Terrence. Milton McBride. What's up? Peace. Shouts out to Milton McBride. And you can hit the like button because that is free. It costs you nothing to hit the like button. Let's go. Now, as I told you, AD, even when he played this season, the Lakers were 13 and 14, under 500. Right now, they are under 500. So it tells you that having his ass on the court didn't make any hill of beans of a decision. It didn't even matter. They were still losing. So Anthony Davis cannot be your savior. And why do they keep promoting this, man? I swear, if you're on the social media, you see all this Lakers stuff, it will make you laugh till you just fall out how they promote this. But Kyrie Irving's a villain. Kyrie's the villain. You know, my pride wants, that's a lie. Jeremiah Grant not wanting to play with LeBron, that's a lie. That is a complete lie. He switched agencies to go to Clutch Sports so that they can do this. That's totally not true. The Pistons just like, y'all not finna dump on us. We want more for him. That's what that's about. They keep sending me this craziness for. Man, I tell you, boy, these people is some sneaky SOBs. It ain't like they're gonna play AD all game. If they do, you know, that's great and fabulous form, but I don't even know. What do you do here? I say you start them off slowly. Play them in limited minutes, but I told you that's what you need with AD. You got to play him in with another big man. You got to have him and Howard out there at the same time. I know this is gonna mess up LeBron's. I need to get my 30 every night, so they got to turn the magnet ball on for him. But AD hasn't really been good this season. He has been awful. The only game he was really good was the Boston Celtic game. He had like, I think 16 rebounds, 17 points. That was probably the best game he had all season. I mean, right before he got hurt, he played a good game against the Dallas Mavericks. They won that game. When he seems to play well defensively and have a very balanced game, they win. They don't even need him to score a lot. He don't even reach 20, but it ended up being his better games. So it shows you it's not about the points. It's when you're doing the little things. Yes. Okay, there we go. My picture was gone for a minute. How many times he gonna get injured tonight? I don't know. He gets injured just standing around. Uh-oh, they done messed up and did something to the page. Uh-oh, here we go. Here they go. Here come the sabotage. This is what happens when you're not economically viable. This is what happens when you're not economically viable. Every time he jumps up, he falls on the floor. He injures himself standing still. This dude is the softest player probably in history. So when they compare the 90s to this era, it's like I couldn't say LeBron could play in any era because he ain't really the king in this era. There are about 30 players better than him in this era. I'm like, I don't know one time ever in basketball he was the best player in the league. Seriously. I don't. I cannot tell you one time he was the best player in the NBA. 10 players better than LeBron in this era? Somebody could tell you right now, you ever heard of James Harden? You ever heard of Kyrie Irving? You ever heard of Kevin Durant? You ever heard of Stephen Curry? You ever heard of these players? Not Harden. What do you mean? James Harden is a better player than LeBron James. Are you kidding? He's a better all-around player than him. He can out-assist LeBron. He can outscore LeBron. He can out-rebound LeBron. Hell, he got just as many triple-doubles as LeBron in less time. He's in the MVP conversations every year for the past 6, 7 years. He's either won the MVP or been number 2. Chris Paul is better than LeBron. Tim Duncan is better than LeBron. How many times do we need to express there are players better than him? LeBron would have been the 12th man in the game if he played in the 90s. He'd have been the 12th man, hands down. Of course, Kawhi Leonard's better than him. LeBron would have been the 12th man, easy. Chris Paul has been a great basketball player, just not a great person. He's got the little man complex for real. I use the 90s to make it more room for him to be able to play. The less you go, the more you go back, the worse it gets for him. He definitely wouldn't be able to make it in the 80s. A clothesline means you shooting 2 free throws. So he definitely wouldn't have been able to make it. Uh, you could talk trash to a player. The referees could talk back to you. He had no power in the league, so no, he couldn't. He wouldn't have been able to do that. His mental wouldn't have been able to sustain one game when Charles Oakley smacked you in the face. What? You see that? Foul. It's a technical. You slapped him. Throw him out of the game. He slapped me. Shut up. And be like, hey, he slapped me too. We saw that. Everybody just be slapping him on the team. Are you kidding me? You would not been able to play in the doggone 80s. LeBron be like, I think I pulled something in the bottom of my foot. I can't go. They be like, you the 12th man. We up 30. Go on out there and play. Oh, nah. Ooh, I feel it again. Ah, yeah. Ooh, that's that silent pain. I'm going to sit this one out. I'm going to wait till we up 30 again. But I like these warm-ups y'all gave me. It's nice. Some LeBron James fan is going to say, this guy has to go up against real people like big people like Shaq and Dwight Howard and all these people, Kevin Durant and monsters, real beast out here on the court. And y'all, Michael Jordan was scared of a white guy named Bill Laimbeer. LeBron would have just destroyed him. I said, see what LeBron James fans do to the rest of the world? They dumb people down so they could believe this ignorance. Like right now, they just came and spam my page and keeping people submerged from hearing what I got to say. This is crazy. Y'all really are disturbed that much about what we saying over here? This matters to you that much that you got to go into sabotage mode? All right. Well, Clay has got soreness in his knee, and I think they were probably playing him too many minutes. Even though he's trying to get back to what he was, Clay should be on limited minutes, period, coming back. To play at this high level at this point of the season is difficult, so especially coming off of two injuries. So he missed about 2 years of not playing. So his legs aren't there yet. And I know Clay, he's pushing it, and somebody's got to tell him to, you got to rear it back some. So the knee injury he got, I don't know how severe it is. Hopefully it's just a soreness from playing and ain't playing at this level for 2 years. To just jump back in it the way he did is first remarkable. He was able to come back so quick, but I was worried that this would happen, that he would get, I knew he had some soreness and probably had to take some games where he don't play, some games he get back in. Once LeBron goes back home to China, Cena will miss him. Everybody said I'm gonna miss LeBron. They're like, yeah, your channel gonna fall once LeBron leave. I'm like, wow, it is? Okay. Okay, I guess that's how my channel got built off him. You want to say that? Fine by me. We'll see what happens when he lays down the sword. And God willing, I'm still here. We'll see what happens next. Yeah, I am, K. Anthony. And a lot of people, since I've started doing it, they start coming out with their own things, and they've been running with it. So, um, my own family members have told me about Bryce being the better basketball player. Like they're in his age group. Like my cousins, they good enough to go to the league. I got one cousin, like he's not really into basketball. Like he's not better than my smaller cousin. Like my youngest cousin, he's a better basketball player than him. And he's smaller. He's a point guard. And my other cousin's just naturally big. He's like everybody in his family is like 6'7". His dad's like 6'4", and his grandfather's 6'7". He's probably finna be like 6'3", 6'4". He's a size and shoe. He's about a size 13 in eighth grade. Oh well, if you on the Patreon, Mario, it's gonna blow your mind. Everything over there finna blow your mind. Do I think Sean Payton's gonna end up somewhere else coaching? Yep. I think he just retired right now, and that's gonna open up a lot of can of worms. Oh, my stand-up comedy. Yeah, I did my first stand-up comedy set. I forgot about that. I think I talked on everything. I don't think none of that was scripted either. None of it was scripted. That was straight off the dome freestyle comedy. Oh yeah, but since they've blocked me really too much on here today, I don't know what's going on. But I'm glad you made the live, bro. I'm finna get out of here. Love, peace, and hair grease. And remember what I said today: the Lakers in Brooklyn. I'm rooting for Brooklyn, even though I bet on the Lakers because I know how the politics this thing is. I'm, I'm voting for the Lakers to win anyway. So I'm out.